spectacular campsites on the most remote of tracks, to the workshop and everything in between. Your next episode of Great Off-Road Adventures is just seconds away. Hey guys, it's Graham from Great Off-Road Adventures. Welcome to another trip. Now obviously continuing our theme for 2019, we're doing locations and days close to Perth. So today we're going to go to Wilbinga and we're going to take the family with us. So meet Ollie and Benny, our two puppies. They're going to come with us for the day and we're going to head up there, show you some of the tracks, hop on the beach and set up, do a bit of relaxing, let these guys stretch their legs and show you what it's all about. So let's come along for the ride. Come on. Come on, Ollie. Well, with the dogs loaded up, it was time to hit the road and head for the beach. Living in the northern suburbs, we decided that Wilbinga would be our go-to. It's less than an hour away for us, so it's quite achievable to head up there and enjoy a day on the beach and head back home again. Joining us today, we had Kieran and Eva. Now, they've recently gotten rid of their BT50 and gotten a V6 Amarok. Now, it's obviously a build in progress, but yeah, they're obviously quite keen to get out and test it out. Well, we've arrived at Wilbinga now. Took us about 45 minutes from home, which is going pretty good. We're going to let the tyres down. Obviously it's sand and it's beach work. Given the weight of the car, it can get pretty soft here. I'm going to go to 15 pound all rounds, and that'll be a pretty good starting point. Shouldn't give us any issues today. So yeah, we'll get stuck into it. The other thing I'd suggest if you're coming to any of these beaches that are quite close to Perth, especially because of the traffic, the sheer volume of cars that come through, it's worthwhile getting a sand flag and putting it on your bull bar. It just gives you a little bit more visibility to the person that's coming the other way. Especially when you get into the dunes and on the tight tracks and stuff. So yeah, we'll be putting this on. Kieran's going to be putting his on. That's that easy. Mine splits into two and I can actually store it against the roof of the car near the cargo barrier. So I always have it and I can't lose it. The other place that people store their sand flag, which is a pretty clever idea, is actually in their awning bag itself. Just put it up in their awning bag. Anyway, we're here now, so tyres are down, flags up, let's hit the tracks. We elected to go up and take the more northern entry into Wilbinga today. So we went up to the Wilbinga Grove Rest area and took the access track from there. Reason why is because it was a lot quieter than the Wilbinga Road access track, which is the white limestone one. There was about 10 cars there airing down when we got there, so we thought, well, rather than get stuck in a traffic jam, we'll just head to the next entry point, which is a bit further north. Now, when you come down the Wilbinga Grove access track, like we're doing now, there are a couple limestone rocky sections towards the end. Now, they don't prove to be much of a challenge or cause us any concerns, but it is worthwhile to let your tyres down so you don't cut them, and obviously just pay attention to where the rocks are so you don't hit anything underneath your car. Kieran and Eva haven't had the opportunity to put in a lift kit to their Amarok yet, so to navigate over these rocks here, I grabbed a handheld two-way and just spotted Kieran's tyres over any high rocks rather than straddling them and hitting something underneath the car. And of course, slow and steady always wins the race. Navigating through the dunes and getting down onto the beach didn't prove to be too much of a challenge at all. Obviously the key here is tyre pressures. We let our tyres down 15 psi and that proved to be the correct pressure for the day. Obviously the conditions and stuff change each day, and as a driver of the vehicle you just need to monitor how it's going. If it's struggling, or if you're struggling, you know, look at letting a bit more air out. Because yeah, there was quite a few people on the beach at Wilbinga this day that were getting bogged and struggling unnecessarily. If they just let a bit more air out of their tyres, they wouldn't have had any issues whatsoever.
That would be a case for an upgrade there, I reckon. Yep.
Well, how magical is this spot? When you set up on the beach, guys, there's a couple considerations to take into account where you position yourself. Make sure that you allow access for other people to drive around you. So we positioned ourselves where there was this beach was a bit wider here. People could drive around behind us. And obviously then they're not driving between us and the water, which is, you know, where we're trying to play games and let the dogs run around and that sort of thing. A few other things to think about is obviously the tides and the winds. So we checked all that out. Low tide was at 7 o'clock in the morning, high tide was 10 o'clock tonight, and the wind was really quite calm up until about 1 o'clock when it would change direction in the afternoon. So we came down here earlier in the day so we could enjoy it before we got blown away.
Alright guys, it's time for lunch now. So whilst we've been loving sitting here on the beach, you do get hungry. So what we're doing today, Jess is going to have a salad with the chicken strips, and then I'm just going to make mine in a wrap with some cheese and stuff. So just got to cook the chicken in the barbecue plate, and then we'll be all good. So 5 minutes for lunch. Well guys, lunch is ready. We cooked the chicken strips, so we'll put the camera down in a second. Jess will obviously make up her salad, I'll make up my wraps. But yeah, it was handy. We just used the cover of the gas cooker as a windbreak and cooked it up quite fine. It is getting really windy now though, so after lunch we'll probably end up packing up and shooting on.
Well, rather than packing up and going out the same way that we came in, we decided we'd take the track along the beach and through the dunes and head out the southern entry exit point of Wilbinga and have a little bit of fun on the way out. On the way out, we ended up going right past the spot where I snapped my CV a few weeks earlier. So I thought, well, it's a good opportunity for me to show Jess how it happened and where it happened. Now, to get up there, we had to get up this little dune. Now, I didn't hit it with enough momentum the first time, so I just reversed back, hit it again. And when we got up over the top, it was uncanny. We found a gentleman there in a white FJ who was bogged in exactly the same position that I was. And he was doing a solo day trip, so he had no one there to help him out. So we quickly jumped in, gave him a quick winch, and got him back on his way again. Well, after helping out the gentleman in the FJ, there wasn't a lot left for us to do other than to make our way to the exit track and call it a day. So that's what we did.
Well guys, that's the end of our time here at Wilbinga. We're putting some air back in the tyres, back up to 45 PSI for the heavy girl. Anyway, we've had a really good day. It's been super relaxing and a lot of fun to get down on the beach there. Did our good deed, helped out the guy at the FJ. It was funny, we went to that spot because that's where I broke my CV and I was going to show Jess and Kieran, and he was literally stuck in exactly the same way I was, so we grabbed the winch out and pulled him out. So yeah, anyway, look, time to air up the tyres. Hope you've enjoyed watching this episode. I know it was only a quick one, it was only a day trip. Make sure you come and check out Wilbinga. It's a really good area. There is a little bit of rubbish, but it's not too bad in general. Anyway guys, happy safe adventuring, and we'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe, like the video and comment too, thanks.